Hello children, welcome back to your English class. Today we are going to see a topic in grammar. The topic is question tag. Question tag. What is a question tag? Question tags are short questions at the end of the statements. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. It is also called as a mini question. To understand it better, look at the picture here. The father asks his son, "You want a chocolate, don't you?" Here, the father asks his son to confirm whether he wants a chocolate or no. So he needs the confirmation. In the second picture, the girl is speaking. She says, "You have a test, don't you?" So here, Sukanya asks her friend to confirm that she has a test tomorrow or not. Now let us see how is tag formed. The tags are formed with the auxiliary or modal verb from the given statement with the appropriate subject, that is the pronoun. Here the auxiliary, modal plus not plus the pronoun. The negative auxiliaries and verbs in tags are usually in the contracted form, not. Here you have the contractions. Isn't, that means is not. The next one, don't, means do not. The next one, won't, means will not. The word haven't will be have not. Wasn't means was not. Doesn't means does not. Wouldn't means would not. Hasn't means has not. Aren't means are not. Didn't means did not. Can't means cannot. Hadn't means had not. Weren't means were not. Shan't will mean shall not. Couldn't means could not. Shouldn't means should not. Now let us see the structure of the question tag. First one, you have a positive statement is followed by a negative question tag. Here you have a sentence. You are a student. It's a positive sentence. It will change to a negative question tag. Here, are will also be added with not. So, you aren't a student. A subject pronoun comes after an auxiliary verb or form of the verb. Here, the auxiliary verb is are. So, change into you are a student, aren't you? Now, next examples, let us see. She is a doctor. Here it becomes, isn't she? The books are interesting. The word are is the auxiliary verb here, so it becomes as, aren't they? Changes into negative question tag. Are not they? So changes as, aren't they? Now I can swim. It's a positive sentence. And the word can is an auxiliary verb here. Here it changes as, can't I? He should obey the elders. It's a positive sentence here. It changes into a negative question tag as, shouldn't we? The next one, once the car was costly. Now it changes as, wasn't it? It is used for non-living things. First one, we don't have enough time. The don't, it says it's a negative statement. So we have to make it into a positive question tag asking us, do we? The next sentence, he is not playing well. The word not says it is a negative statement. So we have to make it into a positive question tag. The word he is not playing well. Is he? It changes into a positive question tag. Next one. You are not listening. The word not here again says it's a negative statement. So we have to make it into positive saying. Were you? Next one. Chandani hadn't seen you before. Had she? Next one. Children shouldn't watch TV too much. Now here it changes to a positive question tag saying, should they? Let us see the next structure. If a sentence has no auxiliary verb, When the statement is in simple present tense, we form the question tag do or does. Again, I repeat, if the sentence has no auxiliary verb. For example, here you have, you play the guitar. So, the statement is in simple present tense. We form the question tag with do or does. Here it is, you play the guitar. Don't you? So, negative statements, we make it into positive saying, do you. Do plus play. So, do you. Then, the next one, Deepa likes tennis. Doesn't she? Now likes is again it is in simple present form. So we make it into does like. Next one, let us see some more examples. You speak English. Now your speak is in simple present tense. So we make it into it's a positive statement. So we make it into a negative one asking us, don't you? The next statement, Sam hates cooking. Here the word hate is in simple present form and it is in a positive statement. So we make it into negative question tag asking us, doesn't he? Here we change into do or does. He lives in Europe. Again, lives is in simple present form. It's a statement and we make it into a negative question tag asking us, doesn't he? They drink tea. Now we make it into a negative question tag asking, don't they? I watch cricket. So we should make it into a negative question tag asking us, don't I? Let's see another structure. When the statement is in simple past tense, we form the question tag with did. I repeat, when the statement is in simple past tense, we form the question tag with did. Now here is an example. He came yesterday. The word came tells us that it is in simple past tense. So we make it as did not he. So we have to confirm it as did not. So we make it into a contraction saying as didn't he. Here it comes did plus come. Okay. Next statements. You spoke English. Now spoke tells us that it is in simple past tense. So you spoke English. Did you? Next one. Sam hated cooking. Hated tells us it is in simple past tense. We make it into it's a positive statement, so we make it into a negative tag. Didn't he? He lived in Europe. Now, lived word tells us that it is in simple past tense and it is in a positive statement. We make it into a negative question tag asking us, didn't he? They drank tea. The drank tells us it is in simple past tense. So we make it into a negative question tag asking, didn't they? I watched cricket. The word watched tells us that it was in past tense. So we make, and it is a positive statement. So we make it into a negative question tag asking, didn't I? Let us see the next structure. Here the statements using the word barely, hardly, rarely, scarcely, neither, no, nobody, none, nothing and seldom are treated as negative statements. Here we have some more special cases. Here the word he hardly works, which means that it is a negative statement. Hardly means it says that he does not work much. So it has to change it as to does he into a positive statement. She rarely comes late. Here the word rarely tells us that it is a negative statement. So we have to change it into a positive question tag. So we should make it as does she? They seldom speak. Your word seldom says that she most of the time doesn't speak. So we have to make it into a positive statement saying, do they? He told nothing, which means that it is a negative statement. He said nothing. So we have to make it into a positive statement saying, did he? Now let us see some more special examples. Sentence, I am. I am a student. It's a positive statement. We need to add a negative question tag saying as aren't I. It will not, it is given as I am. So it will not be as amn't I. That is wrong. It will be as aren't I. The next statement, But I am not a student. The word not says it's a negative statement. So we need to add a positive question tag. Here it is, am I. The next example is let's. Let's means let us. So here the word let's type sentences has the tag shall we. An example is let's go home. It means let us go home. So the short form of let us is let's. Let's go home. Shall we? All the sentence which starts with let's will have shall. The next one, affirmative and imperative, has the tag will you and won't you. Now, for example, here, read the book. It's a positive sentence. Will you? Next one. Everyone, everybody, nobody, somebody, anybody takes the plural verb in the tag. Now, for example, here, everyone is perfect. So, everyone tells us about plural. So, we need to add the word they. Now, everyone is perfect is a positive statement. So, we need to make it into a negative tag. Aren't they? The next one. Negative imperative has the tag will you. Don't come late tomorrow. The word don't tells us it's a negative word. Don't come late tomorrow. So we need to add a positive tag asking us will you. Let us see next example. Nothing has the tag it. The word nothing means negative statement. So it has the tag it in the affirmative. For an example, nothing came in the past. We need to add a positive tag to it. Did it? The next one. This, that, these, those have the tag isn't it. So we need to have it as are they. This article is very good. This article is very good is a positive statement. So we need to have a negative tag. Isn't it? The next one. There is, they are, have the tag isn't here or aren't there. Here the word there is, they are tells us about the place. For an example, there are some books on the table. So it represents here the place. So we need to have a negative question tag, aren't they or aren't there.